Good evening. I think I start out every single presentation by saying, wow, I can't believe an entire year has gone by. But the truth of the matter is, I really can't believe an entire year has gone by. So I'm not sure if that's my age or if it's just because time goes really fast. But I thank you for the opportunity to be here again. I am very proud to be part of the Southwestern City School District and especially proud of our Food Services Department. Our team of food service people are learning and doing new things every single day. Tonight, I would like to highlight some of the things we're working on in our quest to get better and be better at what we do to provide the best tasting, nutritious meals in a pleasant atmosphere. Many of you have heard me talk about our food services main thing. While I'm not planning to talk about the main thing, I'm going to remind you that we have not strayed from our original purpose, which is to support the educational process by providing good tasting, nutritious meals in a safe, pleasant atmosphere within the budget parameters so a child's attention is on learning and not being hungry. As a department, we have been focused on customer service, customer likes and dislikes, professionalism, and leadership development. Focusing on customer likes is imperative to our success. When I was here last year, I talked about developing our menus and creating choices for our customers so that 70% or more of our students would choose school lunch. We met that goal last year, but we kept working to get even better. We worked with the head cooks at all grade levels, analyzed the data, and refined our menus further to create menus that reflect food choices that students want. Our work has been paying off. District-wide, we are averaging 13,283 lunches a day, which is an increase of about 9%, or about 1,040 additional lunches daily. Our breakfast meals continue to climb with an average of 5,382 daily, which represents an increase of 902 breakfasts per day, or almost a 20% increase over last year. My first thought about the increased participation district-wide was that it had to be attributed to all-day, everyday kindergarten. What was discovered after analyzing the data is that the increased participation is at every level. The highest percent of increase is at the elementary level. The second highest percent of increase is at the high school level. And you can see when you look at how those numbers extend out over the year, we're serving many more meals. So if you'll just take 1 second and look, you take that 1,040 additional breakfasts or lunches a day, and you extend it out over the course of the year, and it's about 185,000 additional lunches. It's a pretty big increase for us. And then with breakfast, the same kind of thing. You take those 902 additional breakfasts and extend them out over the course of the year, and you're looking at 160,000 additional meals. So my favorite part about those particular slides is that the participation isn't just in the elementary school. The other really big group are high school students. So that's just a huge increase for us. So it's kind of hard for me to contain the excitement I feel about the increase of students purchasing meals and enjoying meals across the district. It's even harder for me to contain the excitement I feel about the choices they are making. I hope you will feel that same excitement as you look at the pictures taken in our schools of just some of the food choices being offered to our students. Choices that include dark green and red-orange vegetables, whole grains, reduced fat and reduced sodium meats, and cheeses. Wow, we have come so far. You can see students are choosing healthy meals. Last year during my presentation, I talked about the decision to provide professional development to all head cooks. Our continuing education focused on leadership skills. We completed 4 sessions that covered everything from driving change to taking responsibility to customer service, inspiring trust, and driving employee engagement. I truly believe the increase in meal participation can be linked to the development of the frontline leaders in our kitchens. Professional development for food service employees hasn't been a focus for most school districts across the country. So again, Southwestern City Schools has been ahead of the curve. We are providing all of our cooks and head cooks with knowledge to be the best they can be. A presentation last summer at the annual National Conference for School Nutrition Professionals highlighted our team. This particular picture shows almost everyone that completed the classes and the certificate that they received. The story of our steps into leadership training created a great deal of excitement and started conversations with food service employees, directors, and supervisors from around the country. People could see the importance of empowering those who work directly with their customers every day. That recognition has led to me being part of a presentation at the annual national conference this July in San Antonio, Texas. We will be sharing the Southwestern story on a national stage and highlighting the second phase of our leadership training. Our focus this school year remains on leadership, but our sessions will be much more hands-on. We have our team implementing the strategies they have learned, and we'll be presenting to the group an example of how they have implemented something they learned from the training in their kitchens. Not only what they did, but what the results have been. This will provide an opportunity for them to celebrate the success they have had and to share best practices. I could cite many examples of how our head cooks are putting their new skills to work, but for the sake of time, I would like to share just one. A parent noticed through pay pams that her 2 children were being charged for breakfast on a regular basis. The parent knew that her children were not eating breakfast at school because she was feeding them breakfast at home. The parent was concerned that other students were using her children's personal identification numbers. So typically a concern of this type would come directly to my office. However, in this particular case, the head cook considered this situation her responsibility. The head cook contacted the parents and resolved the issue. The children had, in fact, been eating breakfast at school because they liked school breakfast and they liked eating with their friends. The parents decided it was perfectly fine for their children to eat breakfast at school, so all ended well. But what I find particularly rewarding about this story is that the students were enjoying breakfast at school, the parents liked the options we had for their children to have for breakfast, and the head cook took ownership of what was happening in her kitchen. It's almost impossible to focus on customer likes and leadership without also focusing on the view from the customer's perspective. We have high-quality staff providing a high-quality product, but sometimes we don't see what the customer sees. Simple things like a handwritten sign or a frown from the servers or the cashier barking orders about what to do with their money really diminishes any hope of being looked at in a professional light. So we are trying to up our game a little bit, starting with changes to our surroundings, eliminating the handwritten signs, creating an environment that looks clean and neat, and presenting our cafeteria options in a way that is similar to what customers see in other food service establishments. The new buildings have created wonderful spaces for us. We are trying to create some cosmetic changes in our middle schools and high school, modest cosmetic changes, I should say, and are making that customer view a focus of our regular building visits. Let me conclude with repeating that more students are choosing to buy nutritious meals, and that's a wonderful thing. Thank you for your support, and thank you for providing us with the ability to continue to move in the process of improving what we're doing, not only in our offerings, but in our service.